Hi, this is David. I'm recording this short video to help you get acquainted with ArcGIS StoryMaps. The major project in our class, Geography 482, is to design and then create your own original story map using your Penn State ArcGIS Online account. Our story map project comes in two parts. First, design, then build. In this video, I'll lead you on a tour of the product marketing pages for ArcGIS StoryMaps. Along the way, I'll point out links to examples that may give you ideas and maybe even a little inspiration, as well as resources to help you design your project in a way that sets you up for success. Okay, here we go. Notice that the emphasis is on storytelling that combines text, images, and multimedia content with interactive maps to provide viewers with a strong sense of place. If you're following along at esri.com/storymaps, you can view this snazzy marketing video. I won't bother to re-record it here. One distinctive feature of the new StoryMaps product is called Express Maps. Express Maps provide simple tools for basic location mapping. This is a sign that the product is designed for storytellers of all kinds, not just GIS pros. The new StoryMaps product uses an app builder tool similar to the ones you used to create your GeoApps earlier in our course. See this reference to classic Esri StoryMaps? That refers to the earlier generation of app templates that users, perhaps including you, configured to create story maps. Let's check out the evolution of the story map medium. The timeline shows that Esri launched StoryMaps in 2011. In 2019, the new ArcGIS StoryMaps builder replaced the classic app templates. However, Esri will continue to support the templates for a few more years, and apps built on the templates will continue to work for the foreseeable future. Here's a comparison of the features of the new ArcGIS StoryMaps with the classic Esri StoryMaps template. You can study this chart in detail at esri.com/storymaps. You can also find more information about the new ArcGIS StoryMaps by following this link to a blog post. Our second stop on this tour is the Explore Stories tab. Here, you'll find examples recommended by the StoryMaps team. You'll find featured storytellers. These are authors and organizations that are really good at story mapping. And you can browse albums of story maps that are organized by topic. I suggest that you make time to explore these examples before you start designing your own story. Remember, you can find all of this content at esri.com/storymaps. Next, let's visit the Resources tab. In this first part of our StoryMaps project, these are some of the most valuable resources. You'll find lots of guidance about how to craft an effective story. Under Make Your First Story, we're reminded that the first step in storytelling isn't building, it's prepping. Take time, the StoryMap team urges, to think through key decisions like who's your ideal reader? What do you want them to learn? What interactive maps and multimedia content will you use? And how will you use it to make your points? I strongly encourage you to read the storyboarding tips provided in this blog post by Hannah Wilbur. This will prepare you to excel in our StoryMaps Part 1 assignment, which is all about planning your project. Now I'm going to back out of this blog post and return to the product pages. We'll briefly visit the next page, Pricing, but just long enough for me to emphasize that this doesn't apply to you. As a member of the Penn State ArcGIS Online organization, you already have the required user type and don't need to pay anything to access the ArcGIS StoryMaps builder. Most GIS pros beyond Penn State already have access too. The pricing plans shown here are for non-GIS people, like journalists and others, who want to tell more powerful place-based stories, but who don't need to buy into the whole ArcGIS platform. Finally, let's launch the ArcGIS StoryMaps builder. From this page, you can sign into the builder using your Penn State Enterprise login. Let's see how it works. Here's the usual Enterprise login window. I'll enter our organization's URL and then continue. And here we are. I don't have any stories yet, but it's easy enough to start one. You're welcome to play around with this and to get acquainted with the tools. However, remember that our focus, for now, is designing and planning. The building part comes later.